Bloomies are forever.
Happy Thursday night, everyone. I'm Mellissa from Fresh Blooming Clothing, and I'm going to do some packaging. Now, you haven't seen me in a while. A few things have been going on, and I'll tell you about those. Nothing too exciting. As for packaging, one fun thing I don't think I've shown anybody is that I have some fun packaging items, including some Nancy wrapping paper. So if somebody's name is Nancy, you will get your item wrapped. How fun would that be? One of my viewers gave me a bunch of origami, so I have dresses and cranes. I went to Hobby Lobby maybe 3 weeks ago now, and I found some clearance items, including these monogram stickers. They just have the letter N. Nancy is hitting the hall tonight. They have the letter N and they were 19 cents. I already used 2 of this. This is a packet of 3 turquoise bows for 30 cents. Then they had really decent letters. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're fairly heavy. And these were 39 cents. So I have a V, an I, an F, which might go to my niece, a Y, a whole bunch of these. And I thought these would be fun because they already have the holes so I could put the ribbon through. So they're little like varsity letter jacket pins. And I have that in a Q, H, V, Y, F, P, N, and another H. Have some ribbon, and when we run out of this ribbon, I bought all the ribbon. I'll have to insert how much I paid for this. This is Jilson Roberts, who I am a big fan of Jilson Roberts. I want to say I paid like $20 on Amazon. It's an incredible amount of raffia. In my color, some thank you cards from the Dollar Tree, and my business cards. So that's everything, as well as my tissue paper and poly bags. So I finally figured out how to get eBay back to the classic view. My feedback is good. I was looking at my feedback, distracting myself. So if you want to know if your eBay suddenly looks weird, it's called Seller's Hub. I think that's what it's called. And all you have to do is like go on the right side of your page and click My eBay, and a drop-down box will pop up. Click Summary, and then you'll get a different page, and then you have to hover over Activity, which is on the left side of the page. A little box pop up, and then click Sell, and you will have the classic view back. I was on the phone with eBay for quite a while trying to figure that one out, but she told me that it should just stay like that. I mean, every time I click off the page, I have to repeatedly go back through the steps, but that option of like getting to it the long way should always be available. So that really helped my week. Okay, and let's see what sold. So the first thing that sold was some film my husband and I picked up at the bins. I must have paid about 25 cents a piece for them, roughly. And they sold on a best offer of $7 with $3.50 shipping. So I'm gonna put them in a little baggie first. And is the person's name Nancy? No, it is Al in New York. Good zip code, New York. Let's see. For those who might not watch me consistently, if somebody has a zip code that I know, I used to live in New York, and so I'm a little bit familiar with the New York City zip codes. I usually go on Zillow and look up their house. Okay, this one's just under $1 million. Not as good as I thought. So Al paid $7, $3.50 for shipping. It will ship. I possibly could have shipped this medium mail, but I decided to pick first class mail for some unknown reason. So we are shipping it first class mail. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put some bubble wrap around it. Give it a little added protection. And I would love to ask Al if he would share with me what's on the vintage film. I think that'd be pretty cool. Al's gonna get just some regular ribbon, it's curling ribbon. It's like a wide curling ribbon. I think we found this at the bins. And a thank you card, because I don't have anything with an A on it. And this week I moved everything to a 3-day handling time because, as you might know, my husband and I had a computer that wasn't running very smoothly. It was overheating and shutting off. The fan was just like freaking out. So we bought an iMac. Then we returned the iMac because I realized I am not an Apple operating system person, and I was not liking the computer at all. And my disdain for it was just growing with every passing hour. So Best Buy allowed us to return it. We had the box, we had everything. They were awesome about it. We get a different computer, this computer, and it's like half the price, less than half the price. It's the same size. It's a 27-inch. We really like the 27-inch, just for various reasons. And so they were transferring over all of our information. So we just got our computer back. So I knew we were gonna have a computer for a while. And so I added a 3-day handling time, and it turned out to be a really good thing. So it weighs 4.2 ounces, and with it weighs 4.2 ounces, and I either ship first class mail, which is anything under 16 ounces, or priority mail, which is anything over 16 ounces. So those are basically the two types of mail. There's some other types of mail, but mostly I use the first class mail for lightweight items and priority for heavier items. So this one is so light, I always round up first class mail. So the 4.2 will get rounded up to 5 ounces, and Al paid $3.50 for shipping, and he was charged $3.50 by me, and I am charged $2.79 by eBay. So if he took it to the post office, again, I know he's not going to do this, but the postage cost would be $3.75. I get an eBay discount. I think all sellers do with shipping labels, and so I pay about $1 less than going to the post office. So I made 71 cents on this package, which will help with the packaging costs. So the 3-day handling time, it came in really handy because if you don't know, I have a condition called CRPS. It is a chronic nervous system disorder. It is classified on the rare disease list. And for those of you who have it, I am so sorry. I used to be in a reclining wheelchair and unable to transfer myself to bathe or to go to the bathroom. So my husband helped with a lot of that. I'm at the point now where I'm doing so much better. Thanks, Al. But I tend to cycle off some of the medication that might be a little bit more optional. I'm on a lot of medication, and a lot of the medication is a godsend. Truly, I would not be sitting in front of a camera if it weren't for some of these meds. They just help the nerve pain. Nerve pain is that stabbing, shooting pain where it kind of feels like like your nerve is on fire from the inside. Think of like when your foot falls asleep and it's pins and needles, but it's that times whatever. You get it. And I have it in all 4 limbs. I haven't been diagnosed past the 4 limbs. We know it's in the 4 limbs, but we're thinking I would have to go to a specific doctor who's 2 hours away to get the official spread. But we're pretty sure I'm having issues with my nerves in my abdominal section. So every month now I go for lidocaine injections into that specific area of nerves, and I did that yesterday. So let's print the next one and I'll tell you some more. Can't be too chit-chatty. A kids yoga deck sold for $6.99. Did it? I think it did. Why didn't I press shipping label? I just randomly clicked into this. Print shipping label. This was another bins find. $6.99 to Sarah in Colorado. We will also package this with some bubble wrap. And Sarah's name is not Nancy. I'm sure you determined that already. Sarah's an S, which I guess is a popular letter at Hobby Lobby, and so I have no S items. So she's just gonna get a thank you card and a business card. So I tend to cycle off medication once a year, maybe even once every 6 months for the medication that my body gets used to. My body gets used to medication very quickly, and there are 2 medicines that I try to cycle off of with my doctor's permission. My doctors are awesome down here. I have a family doctor, I just have lots of doctors. I'm not gonna name my doctors, okay. Nobody wants to know my doctors. So, I go see the doctor who's like my main guy over everything, and all the other doctors kind of default to him. I see him on Monday, and I thought a couple weeks ago, I would love to be able to tell him I cycled off of it again, so I can go down a level. Out of all of the levels of the main pill that I'm cycling off of, let's say there's 10 levels. I don't know that there is, but let's say there's 10. I'm only on level 2. I've been up to level 10, but I'm only on level 2. It's been years since I've needed a level 10. So I was like really excited. So I'm cutting back. My mom and sister are here. I was taking 5 pills a day plus some other pills. I enjoyed their stay. So I'm gonna put this in a, this qualified for media mail. So remember how I just said I use first class mail and priority mail? There's some other services, and one of them is a media mail. It's for learning materials and more books and CDs and media type stuff. So I read on the USPS website, again, I read it every time because I'm always so unsure, and it looked like this classified as media mail because it was a book of items over, I think it's 8 pages, and there's like 50 poses. So I'm pretty sure this qualifies. I felt good enough that I did charge her for media mail. Let's weigh this. So media mail is cheaper than first class mail, but you can't ship most things media mail. So it's 13.4. I'm going to round up to 14. And for media mail, she paid $2.66, and my cost is $2.66. So eBay doesn't give me a discount for media mail. Priority mail, first class mail, discount, media mail, no discount. I'm sure it's because it's how cheap it is anyway. So while my Dymo label maker, I have the 450 Turbo set up with my Windows operating system, but it also worked really well with the Apple operating system there for a few days when I could tolerate it. So I thought, how amazing would it be after my mom and sister that I get rid of it again? And I know I'm gonna have to start back up just from the pain level, but when I start cutting back, my pain gets pretty bad again, and I'm just in bed and things are just a little rough. Hey, there we go. Thanks, Sarah. So that's where I've been. I had dropped down to 1 pill from 5 pills in like less than 4 weeks, I want to say. My mom and sister left, I think like 3.5, 4 weeks ago. Oh, I forgot to pull buttons, I think. Maybe I did. So I was down to 1 pill for the last few days. Today I woke up at 2 a.m. Not great, especially when you only get 1 pill. I'm saying get, but I'm the one doing this to my body. So by like 10 a.m., I need a pill. It's just at the point where my brain can't think. My body is like freaking out, on fire, brain is freaking out. I take the pill, I'm okay. 4 or 5 o'clock rolls around, I'm in the same position. I haven't really done too much today. I've done even less the last few days. So my husband's here, he had off today, thankfully. He had off the last 2 days. And so he sees what kind of pain I'm in. It's so rough when you know there's something right there that you're allowed to take and isn't really harming your body that would take away the pain. So we made the decision. He really just told me, because at that point I couldn't think. I just couldn't think. He had to get up and get it, and I took a second pill, and that's where we're at. So that should get me through today. I'm gonna try again tomorrow to do 1 pill. I'd really like to be at 0 pills for a few days, ideally, before jumping back onto the medication, because it should work. Let's do the bra next. So I sold a bra for $7. This had some wear to it, but it was a bigger size. I think this is the third. I had picked up 4. I paid $1.99 each for them. Now this was from a retail Goodwill, and a retail Goodwill, my retail Goodwill, doesn't have like blue tag days or dollar days or half off days. They just don't. But they do have a coupon that if you hit $100, you get $25 off. There are other levels of coupons, but when I go there, I usually am able to take advantage of that $100 coupon. So this was part of that to hit the $100. So even though I paid $1.99 per bra, when you take into consideration, I don't do this per piece. For my taxes, I just kind of do it quarterly. So, and I have an accountant, so don't ask me too many questions. But this bra was one of those, and it's a size 50C. I had 4 bras in a size 50C. I decided to sell them singularly because they were all a little bit different. Some had lace, some were purple, some were beige. This person lives like right by me, like 15 minutes maybe from me. So Kimberly purchased the bra. I had them all on for $9.99. This is the third one that sold for $7. They're all selling for $7, which was so funny. It's just a common. I accepted several offers for $7 on $10 items, so good offers. And Kimberly, she's now to Nancy, and I have nothing with a K, so maybe I'll put the aqua bow on hers. So yesterday I did get the lidocaine injections in my, they call it nerve entrapment syndrome, and mine is underneath my rib cage, like in my abs. So basically a nerve or a group of nerves has grown into my muscles. And so I was just told about that. I mean, we took out my gallbladder, not me, the doctors did. And I was still having pain, and 6-7 months went by. And finally, a gastroenterologist diagnosed me and said it's this thing, and he's the only guy in the area that's doing lidocaine injections. So much better, so much better. So I was at that point again of needing those. So that did help yesterday, but I don't know what happened today. Today was just a bad day, but it got better. So these are so fun, these bows. Originally $1.99, now they're 30 cents. I'm not actually gonna use it. I'm just gonna stick it, and that way she can use it if she wanted. I do the same thing with my thank you cards. I just slip them in unwritten mostly. So this is also going first class mail because it is very light. I'm gonna guess 6 ounces. 5.2 ounces, so I have to round up to 6 ounces. And she paid $4 for shipping, and I paid $2.92. So that's my whole story. I still hope to be able to stop the medication, at least for a few days before I go back on it. I detoxed, I call it detoxed. I took myself slowly off of another medication when my mom was here, which wasn't really a smart thought, but I got through it, and now I'm back on it, and it is working better. Thanks, Kimberly. But because of all of that, you haven't seen a video. My husband and I did do a house tour video. It was done over a few days, so it's a little choppy, so I have to edit that. I'm thinking it's gonna take another person who lives right next to me in Florida. That is so weird. For $7, what are the odds? These people live so close to me. I don't know what the odds are, who cares? I sold something. So this is a button lot, and they're all the same size of button. Well, you'll see the picture. And I want to put these in some kind of padding as well. So Hobby Lobby gave me this, I don't know what you call this, thick paper. That should give it a little padding. And this is Jennifer, also not Nancy. Someday, Nancy, I'm coming for you. So we did do that, and I have yet to start filming that just because when my nerve in my abdomen starts to get really bad again, I don't sit very well. So now that that has helped, hopefully tomorrow I can start editing the ridiculous amount of time we had filmed for our house. And I also have one other video on the very short list that somebody had asked about. So we'll see. We'll see. Jennifer, I have nothing in J. I think I've already said that. So she will get a thank you card. And when the thank you card doesn't perfectly match, I usually just put it like upside down. So you can just see my business card. And here's what my business card says. It says, "You are enough. You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are." So we'll slip that in. And this was a bin find. Okay. And can this go first class now? Did I charge her? I did charge her first class now. Oh yeah, it's 7 ounces. That's funny. It'd have to be over 15.9 ounces for me to not use first class now. These are 10 by 13 poly mailers, but I kind of wrap them around themselves when something is small. So let's see. 8.2, so I'm gonna round up to 9. And Jennifer paid $3.50 for shipping, and my cost is $3.34. And I have a lot of items on auction. Yesterday morning, I can't remember. One of the mornings I was feeling better. I just like threw a bunch of stuff on auction again. So they'll end more toward the end of August. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, we have a jacket that I have had for so long. This is an Anthropology jacket. Couldn't tell you where I got it. Couldn't tell you how much I paid for it. I'm guessing I didn't get it at the bins. Could be wrong. This is a big jacket. This is probably gonna have to go in a regional A box. So because this is over 15.9 ounces, or basically over a pound, I have a few options now. Priority, it has to go priority. This is a flat rate envelope. It's padded on both sides. So most people call this a padded mailer. The post office might even call it that. You have to order them on the website. So I don't think this is, I mean, it might squeeze, but it'd be such a tough squeeze. And anything that fits in this up to, I think, 70 pounds or some ridiculous weight is $6.90 through eBay. So that's really helpful. So because this is 2 pounds, I'm gonna say, it's 1 pound 8 ounces. So for priority, like first class, let's start that over. First class, you round up to the ounce. So if something is 4.2 ounces, you round up to 5. If something is 13.5 ounces, you round up to 14. For first class, round up to the next ounce. For priority, it's just in between the pounds. So anything 1.01 pound ships at a 2 pound rate. So they hop from like 1 to 2 pounds is the same price anywhere. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, you get it. 1 to 2 pounds is all at the same rate. 2 to 3 pounds is at the same rate, etc. So even though this is like 1.5 pounds, I have to ship it at a 2 pound rate. And knowing that, I have some options. I'm in Florida. Sandy, also not Nancy, but closer, is in Pennsylvania. So at 2 pounds, to just send this in like a regular anything, a mailer, a box, anything, would be $7.91. If I sent it in what's called a regional A box, it's actually more expensive. It's $8.15. And those are basically my options. So I am going to send this in a regular package, just a bigger poly mailer, but I will wrap it first. So she paid $14 for this jacket. This is such a nice anthropology jacket. I have probably sold this jacket, I think at least twice and maybe 3 times, and people just did not pay. So now here we are on round 3, let's say, possibly round 4. It sold for $14. $14. However, she did pay $9.85 for shipping. So that's helpful. So I have nothing with S either, but I'm going to use an origami paper dress with a little lace. So fun. Oh, there's a sprinkle one. Let's do the sprinkle one. It's aqua with sprinkles, very fun. And might as well use the turquoise ribbon if I can get it off of here. Nope, yellow wants to be used. We're using yellow. We haven't gotten to the beach much, mostly because we've been doing computer things. That was our, like part-time job there for a while, to figure out an Apple operating system and then decide we hated the Apple operating system, that we were PC people, and that my brain at the age of 38 does not want to learn something completely new at every step. So, Best Buy had our computer, we transferred over, we went to the other computer, lots of things. And then the beaches have red tide. So red tide is, I think it's an algae that comes and basically kills all of the marine life. It's a pretty tough thing if you live here, because we live a few miles in from the beach, and even at our front door you can smell it. So what happens is the algae sucks all of the oxygen out of the water, and any wildlife, any marine life, especially smaller like fish or small crabs or eels, if you have eels. We haven't seen eels at our beach, but there have been bigger marine life that have died because of red algae, including sea turtles and dolphins and manatee, which is really tough. Small fish, I don't know why that's not as tough for my brain, but when it comes to dolphins, we've seen so many dolphin and manatee over the years, and it's just such a joyful thing to see dolphin playing and jumping, and just manatee cruising in the warm Gulf waters. It's such a fun thing to see. So maybe it would help if I turned this on here. So we've been dealing with red tide at the beaches. Okay, so we're still between that 1 and 2 pound mark. It's 1 pound 9 ounces right now, but again, I just round up to 2 pounds because anywhere between the 1 and 2 pounds ships at the same price. So red tide might stick around for months to possibly years, but we're thinking more in the, a lot of people are saying 6-8 months. I don't know. We've seen it here once before. It was a few years ago. You can't go in the water. The water turns from this gorgeous Caribbean blue color. Thanks so much, Sandy. To this like brown, red, dark, murky garnet color. My birthstone is garnet. I'm not particularly fond of garnet. Okay, so that was all of our eBay packages from yesterday. I think I shipped yesterday morning or the day before. I can't remember. Pain, days are running together. But I do have one more package to ship, and that is my giveaway winner. My mom and I had a 10,000 Instagram follow giveaway winner. She hit 10,000. I'm really close, but I know I'll hit it. So for something not eBay related, I use a website called Pirate Ship, and basically it is a printing website similar to eBay where you get cheap, discounted USPS, post office shipping labels. I think I said that right. So I have used this many times, and because this isn't a, not on this computer though, have to fill out my password. That had to be the hardest thing. We use something called Dashlane, which is like a keeper of all passwords. So that was really helpful. It's free. I'm not sponsored. I just really like Dashlane. But I don't think I wrote this one down because it's not letting me in. I might have to reset this. Come on, it says, ahoy, Captain. Ahoy, Captain, remember my password. Drank too much. It says, did I drink too much? Nope, just really bad at writing down passwords. Okay, they sent a password to my inbox. So with red tide and with the pain and the computer thing, we've been, it's not busy for most normal people, honestly. So many people do so much more than I do, but I am very limited. You see me when I'm doing well, obviously. Okay, did I get the password? Am I even in the right email? I'm not in the right email. Ah, we're in. So I have to put together all of these things in a box. I'm gonna go get a big box. I hope I have a big box. I think I have a big box, and I'll come back. And this is really what I look like. I have no makeup on right now, and my hair is crazy. And I realized just now my shirt is inside out. Wasn't feeling up to doing all the makeup. Okay, so we gave away a that would be insane. Let's start that over. We gave away a $200 Amazon gift card, as well as all of these fun goodies. So I want to make sure on my phone that I put in at least that much. So I'm going to get to the giveaway post, which my mom kept. And Thrifting with Grace won. She was number 202. And I run giveaways, I'm gonna say like once a month-ish over on Instagram. Once the person receives the item, I delete the giveaway. So that way my page just isn't all giveaways. So if you're like, oh, you don't seem to be giving away anything. I do, I just rather keep it about eBay tips. But that's all the stuff. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. So 2 Ikea bags. I buy these on eBay. We have a steamer. I found this steamer on Instagram. I follow like a coupon person. I've put her name on the screen before and I'll do that now because I love her that much. And she posts like glitches and severe discounts. And we have gotten so many things, like things you actually use, like toilet paper and razor blade refills. Sometimes have glitches on Amazon, and she tells you exactly, and it's through Prime, and it's really well rated stuff. And this was, I believe, $5. So I picked up 2 of them for giveaways. So that is going in the box. Next are some magic erasers. I really love magic erasers for cleaning just about any hard good item and shoe soles. My husband just got really into these. He likes to clean as well. For the stovetop, we have a glass stovetop, and he had been using something called like Barkeeper's Friend, but it was, I mean, he does it every day. So our glass stovetop, we don't have kids. Let's just say that. We have a lot of time on our hands. So he just got into these, but I can order a pack of 100 for $7 shipped. So these cost me less than $1. Some Evercare lint and lint refill things. I really like this one. This one isn't the dollar store. I order these on Amazon, and I have the pet version, and I ordered these accidentally, and then I had to order all new refills, so I thought I would give away my old ones. They're not all uniform. That's not the right word. The same size. Then we have some tissue paper, and I have been ordering tissue paper off of Amazon. I usually buy the Gilson Roberts 240 pack, and it's like $50. It's expensive tissue paper, but I've been watching, and these are supposed to be like $4 or $5 a pack, and I can get them for about 80 cents. So I've been picking up, oh, these are $3.50. I have more expensive ones. So even though I've told her that it's only going to include 2, I'm going to throw a bunch more in because I have like 50 to 100 packs. I have a lot of tissue paper. So this is a non-Christmassy one, and then I'll put in some seasonal ones. But that could also be used like just plain red and red polka dot for Valentine's Day. More red polka dots. These are the holographic, I think they call them. It's just a metallic though. And some fun. And these usually retail for $3.50. Oh, I thought some of them were more. Oh, these are $3.95. I think I'll have some that are even more than that. So she'll get those. That's not insane. And you're gonna love this story. Some thank you cards. My husband and I went to Dollar Tree months ago. We saw a product that I thought I could sell. We bought 82 of them. Now when checking out, I said, I'm going to try to resell these. If I can't resell them within a week, I'd like to bring them back. Is that absolutely okay? Absolutely okay. Then we got home, I sold 2 of them. 2! And there's something that sells regularly in stores, all stores, for like $12 to $15. So my husband brings them back. They're completely fine with it. They're awesome. He puts them back on the shelf. They do all the things. And she's like, oh, you can only have a credit for the store, like an even exchange. And we have 80 of these now. And he's like, okay, like, can you give me the credit? And she's like, no, you have to spend it today. So he calls me. He's like, we need to buy 80 of something. And because our house isn't huge and we don't have a huge amount of space, and what space we do have, we like to keep fairly clean, I thought, thank you cards. So I have 80 packs of thank you cards. So she's getting 3. Aqua tape. This is eBay tape. Some more tape. In addition to the thank you cards, I also am going to send these thank you cards. These are really pretty. They're embossed and they have this like sage green scrolly thing that says thank you. They're a little bit more fancy. I am going to put these in a plastic bag. Okay, so the last thing is poly mailers and plastic bags, and I'm going to collect a whole bunch of those. I found some more lint roller things. Okay, so we gave away 50 of these plastic bags. They just keep your items from getting rained upon if you're using like a cardboard box. I really like them. So I think there's like 75 here. So we have some smaller ones in a 10 by 13 size, more, and some bigger ones in a 12 by 15.5 size. Also, so much tissue paper. Found some happy birthday tissue paper, so we'll throw that in as well. Then poly mailers, these are called, or fashion mailers. We said we'd include 50, so I have a variety. You're gonna recognize the ones I use, but basically I have a bunch of different ones. So I think we have about 75 or 80 of these too. So we have some big ones, some small ones, some even smaller ones. Then we have my fish ones, which I love. Some blue ones, which I think came from the Pennsylvania house. So I've had these for 3 years. Some really big aqua ones. And then these are great. These aren't even my biggest size, but they're great for linens, or if you have like a really big jacket, a puffer coat kind of thing. So we'll include some of those. Now, I also want to put in some ribbon. And we have a tape measure. So I'm just going to, I didn't actually say I was going to include ribbon, which is really weird for me. Maybe like 20 yards. Does that sound like too much ribbon? I don't know, whatever that is. That's how much ribbon we're including. My hair is just getting crazier, crazier. Okay, so how do we want to wrap this? Just like that. Okay, got it. Ow. And then I'm going to throw in some goodies. So, be right back. Found some more things. Some stickers, Halloween stickers. Box is getting really full. This is a pure one. It's like marble gray and white. You can use it, I'm sure you've seen me use these before. They were a fun find, but it's like a ring dish in an octagon shape. I'm gonna put that more toward the middle so it has some padding. Then I have the fold over elastics that you can make hair ties with. I always use them in my hair. And I am working on something with these. So there's a bag of those, some bath bombs, and I figure if she doesn't have a bath, you can put them in your shower, just break them up. They smell amazing. We're getting so full. And some signature, my signature tissue paper. A bunch of sheets, maybe like 10 sheets. And I'm going to include some note cards. These are the ones I create on Vistaprint. They say, "You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are." And they match my business card. So we're gonna put those on top. And I'm going to write her a thank you and include one of my cards and package it all up. We are at 13 pounds. That's how that box weighs. That's how much. So with this website, it's called Pirate Ship. You just create a single label. I can put her email address in, which I have because I sent her the $200 gift card. Sorry, my printer is starting up because I realized with this printing website with Pirate Chip, I can only print to my regular printer, not my Dymo. I don't have her phone number, so her name is Grace. And I'm not going to share anything past that. Can I say what state she's in? Let's not say what state she's in. That might help because of the shipping information. Okay, so she's in Massachusetts. So she's a good way away from me. It's not like she lives in Hawaii, but this is going to be a sizable box. So we'll see what the shipping is. They want you to give approximate package dimensions, which eBay always wants to, and I just always leave mine at 12 by 12 by 3. So unless it's like a ridiculously big box, 12 by 12 by 3, that's fine. You just put whatever. So this really is like 12 by 10 by 14. And I'm rounding up to 13 pounds. It might only be 12 pounds, but I don't want somebody to get charged extra. Okay. You can save the package if you have repeated packages going out all the time, which I do for my niece. So her school starts at the beginning of September, which is so weird because ours started at the beginning of August. Okay, so for priority mail, I'm shipping it tomorrow. The cost is $38. So if I went to the post office, I was suddenly wondering if I could fit all of that in a flat rate box, but I could not. Okay, so $31. If I went to the post office, it'd be closer to $38. So I saved $7, a little under $7. Should I email the receipt? Sure. Yep, buy label. So once you have all of that in there and you buy your label, again, this is really great for non-eBay. So if you're just sending packages for Christmas or etc. Okay, so now what do I do? Oh, it's a giant button that says print shipping label. I wonder if I didn't hit the print button because that happens much quicker. Okay. So my job for the night is done, which is good because my hair is like slowly coming down to the side. So if you don't, oh, I put the paper in the wrong way. If you don't have a Dymo, Amazon, eBay, lots of places sell these labels. They're like half sheet labels, and we're printing. Little ribbon on the floor, it happens. So because print ship won't, or I don't know how to set up my Dymo, I print my laser printer, which is good, and I'm just gonna cover the address. So basically it's two sides, two stickers on a page, and it just prints half sheets. So that way I don't have to tape the item. It's really good. So my last step before I clean up is to choose a label. I print these off myself, just with labels I found at the bins. And I'm going to go with the Yippee, your package is here. And they have a disco ball. So I just throw those on. And again, because our printer uses toner, it's not like these cost a ton of money. I also have ones that say, please be careful when you open your package. But we're gonna go with these tonight. Okay, so that's everything. I wasn't sure if this would be long enough of a video, and I was going to print my labels out for the weekend and put it on this, but this is a really long video now. So I'm going to say goodnight. My husband and I are going to spend some time watching some television. We are watching, let's see what we're watching. On Netflix, we have Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. My sister does Netflix, my brother does Hulu, and I do Amazon Prime, so we get all 3 accounts. Hulu's a little tricky. We just started paying for our own, but he's the one who hooked us up with that. What are we watching? Continue to watch. We're called Stay Here. It's like an HGTV, or is an HGTV. where they go in and they find vacation homes, like really nice ones on the beach that should be really nice, but they're kind of outdated, and they fix up the entire home and the entire backyard. I don't know what the budget is for these shows. How is this even remotely possible? The budget for one of the places, we were looking up things as they showed the reveal because I know some labels and they were showing some labels. I'm like, how much are those sheets? $1,000. How much is this giant piece of artwork from this art store that they advertised? $2,000. Like, they must have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in one episode. I mean, by the time staff, let's even say they get a lot of stuff for free. Construction, they move walls, they redo pools. It's a crazy show. And my husband and I are not judgmental people to anybody else. But like, when we're watching stuff, we're like, how are these people getting all of this stuff? How is this even remotely possible that this is a show? But Netflix must have like a huge budget. Go Netflix, you're doing really well. Okay, bye.
We hope your day is blooming with joy.